In this stage where we are in Lagos right now, there's no guarantee for any title land again. I'm just telling you the truth. There's no guarantee, especially in Ibeju Lekki now. If you like, have CFO from long time ago. If government wants your land, they will collect it and they will just give you small thing. Do you understand? As compensation. And that small thing will not even tally with the value with which that property is being sold in 2025. So what's the point? Government planned schemes are places that government has set apart for development in Lagos. And there are three well-known schemes in Lagos. There's the Iberekodo scheme, there's the Ayetoro scheme, and there's the Idera scheme. And if you're ever looking to invest in the Ibeju Lekki axis, you should be looking into any of these schemes to invest your money. And the reason is very simple. Personally, I will advise you to look into schemes because your schemes will come with two titles. Number one, government allocation, and number two, CFO. So when these two titles are combined, then it means it is the government that gives you the right to use that land. Excision, from me to you, one-on-one. Excision, run away, except it's a very developed place that, okay, they will think twice about, putting people in that area to make them start crying by developing their plots. They will think twice. But excision that is not used, they say land is on excision and the land is just vast, nothing. Run away. You are better off buying the land that has government allocation CFO inside the scheme than buying a land that has an excision because you feel that, okay, government should recognize excision. With what is happening right now, excision, run away, except only if it is an area that is well developed. That is when an excision is now, a little good. But if the area is not developed and it's just vast land, my brother, anything can happen. Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, a lot of land on that road, they are under excision. And what happened when they wanted to collect, they collected. And they are selling another person's excision to another developer as government allocation. Somebody excision, selling it to another developer as government allocation. And the developer that know that somebody owns that land went and bought it from government. It should not be so. It should not be so. We have been seeing this banner there for a long time. Is it because of Coastal Road now? That is why personally, because of my faith, I decided that till all this issue about coastal land is solved, personally, I will no longer be marketing anything or talking about any property on the coastal road. It's like you are just collecting land from Peter and giving it to Paul because Paul has present money. But Peter also bought this land years ago. What is going on? Is there no justice anywhere again? But that is not why we are here. Schemes in Lagos right now, if you are going to be investing in them, so there are a few things that you should have been looking into. Number one, the schemes are protected. Like I said, with titles, they are well structured. Schemes are well structured. They are protected. They have good layout. The layout and everything will come out from NTDA. If you have been hearing about NTDA, I don't even know them before, but right now they are everywhere. New Town Development Association of Nigeria. Nobody knew that they had anything to do with people's land in Lagos, but suddenly NTDA has come out from from nowhere, and the fear of NTDA is the beginning of wisdom. The location are always strategy. Look at the scheme just before you get to Eleko roundabout. Ayetoro scheme is where the airport is going to come into play. That is where the airport is going to be constructed. Iberekodo scheme is opposite Pan Atlantic University. Fantastic locations in the Ibeju Lekki axis because yes, it's government land. they choose the best location. So if you're going to be investing in Ibeju Lekki houses, you should be looking into any of these three schemes. And you may not be able to acquire them directly from government because government sell in bulk to private partnerships. Do you understand? To private partnerships. So people go and they buy them in bulk and they put their plan into place. They bring out their layout, government sign the layout, and those people can go and begin to resell. So you can look into buying from people who have already bought in bulk from government. Yes, to buy any of these schemes from government, you should have at least 200 million naira for 1 hectare. Yes, 1 hectare. That is 15 plots. 1 hectare. I think I'm giving you the tools of the trade. Don't let me go there. So this location is always fantastic. Infrastructure too is always fantastic because there's already a plan. There's already a layout. One thing I don't like about most of these big places in Lagos, for example, let's take Ikota. It does not have layout. I don't like how everything is just muddled up. You understand? A lot of places, and even Aja, those places just look like they don't have, aside from that central road that goes through them. You just find out that maybe you go see layout, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Everything just looks muddled up. Everybody just build what they like. You understand? But when you go buy from a scheme, it's never going to be like that because they always come with structured layout. Very structured layout. The use of the land. So it can either be commercial, it can either be residential, or it can be mixed. Mixed means there's a side for commercial in the scheme and there's a side for residential in the scheme. But most of these schemes are always mixed used schemes. There's a scheme now that has been released that's going to take over Ekpe. Now they have been talking to developers to come and rebuy the land they already bought from family. If you have heard the news, congratulations to you. If you have not heard, your land is not lost, but you're just going to be paying extra fee. Yeah, you're going to be paying extra because these developers are going back when they should have given them opportunity for ratification. They now brought a scheme there. And now with this scheme, they are going to be charging them for government allocation C of O. Now, when they pay for government allocation C of O, they will always come back to you that this is what happened. It's government that is charging us this money. And if you really want your land, you would have to pay the developer for the government allocation C of O. Because from what I could gather, I also know that there's a united front from the developers in Ekpe to make sure that the price of this government allocation CFO comes in not too high so that people can still own their land and work is still going on that. So if you own a land in Ekpe, calm down, just be rest assured they are working on it, and we all pray that the solution is favorable at the end of the day. One thing that schemes also carry is accessibility. I told you, there are schemes just by the express. Iberekodo scheme just by the express, Ayetoro scheme just by the express, and they always have fantastic layout. So accessibility, for example, take the Iberekodo scheme. You can access the Iberekodo scheme from the Lekki Expressway, and you can also access the Iberekodo scheme from the Lagos to Calabar Coastal Road, which is fantastic. So from Lagos Calabar, you can come into Berekodo, and from the Lekki Ekpe, you can go into Berekodo. But from the Lekki Ekpe Expressway, you can access easily, and there are many roads from the Lekki Ekpe Expressway that goes into Havana. That's why the roads that go into Capital Gardens, which is in the scheme, is different from the road that goes into Lekki Havana Bungalows. I know you have been hearing about Lekki Havana Bungalows now, and the phase 2. They are already selling it, so it is in Idera scheme, which is just by the Lekki Ekpe Expressway before you get to Amen Estate Phase 1, roundabout Eleko. It is not in Lekki. Just because they gave it Lekki Havana does not mean it is in Lekki. A house in Lekki cannot be sold for 85 million, except you want to buy 2 square meters of land. You understand this? It is in Ibeju Lekki, Idera scheme. And it is because the Idera scheme is so vast, it is also after the Eleko roundabout. When it comes to investing in Ibeju Lekki, please critically consider schemes, government schemes. There's still a lot of land that don't have title. especially before you get to the scheme. All those Baba Disa and all those things. They see land at the back. In fact, somebody took me there to come and see a vast amount of land. It's Lekki acquisition that is on it. Don't buy Lekki acquisition. To do C of O, you bleed through your nose. Don't buy Lekki acquisition. Don't let them tell you that in Ibeju Lekki, they still tell you to come and buy some land, 1 million per plot. Don't do it. You are better off buying inside scheme. In fact, if you hear, like I said earlier, if it's excision and the excision is just a vast amount of land, I don't know why I'm talking like this. Abeg, don't do it. Excision, vast amount of land, don't do it. Don't do it. They may come tomorrow and say this thing. So you are better off investing inside scheme. And I've mentioned three to you. There's the Berekodo scheme, there's the Dera scheme, there's the Ayetoro scheme. Most of these estates too, most of the wise developers, they know. And that is why they've gone to buy inside the scheme and are adding value to it and are reselling to people. For example, Fairmont Garden Estate is inside the scheme. There's also the resettlement scheme, which is opposite the Ayeto Road. People they collected land from, they relocated them. That is what we call the Yeguda resettlement. It is also a scheme. That is where you have Itunu City and all those estates lined up by the road like that after Eleronegbe. Do you know all these places I'm talking about now? You should. After Eleronegbe, you see all those schemes. They are inside the resettlement and it is government allocated CFO. So I am telling you now, one on one, the safest thing to buy in Lagos right now is government allocated CFO in all these new development area, all these new areas that are emerging. But if the area is well developed and you still find an excision, you can still go for an excision because government would struggle to come and just lay everybody out there and destroy all houses as long as it is not on a drainage. All these houses that have been destroyed in Ikota, it is because they are on drainages. The ones that are not on drainage, they are safe. Let's not lie to ourselves. Waterway, they call it waterway. If it's not on waterway, no problem. But if it's on waterway, then we are always going to have problem. Even with the recent news that 75% of houses in Ibeju Lekki does not have approval, they are giving people room for approval. They've not started demolishing any house because of approval. But if you're looking to invest in Ibeju Lekki, please consider the schemes.